All right, here we go. Continuing the production of the Top 20 of the Week, show number 191 for the weekend of September 3rd and 4th, 2016, with segment 4. Welcome back. It is show number 191 for the weekend of September 3rd and 4th, 2016. Hopefully you're having a great Labor Day weekend and closing out summer with a bang. And Justin Bieber and The Weeknd are bona fide record breakers. The two artists made it into the 2017 edition of the Guinness World Records book. The Biebs managed to break 6 different records, including the most viewed music channel on YouTube for an individual, the most followers on Twitter for a male, and the most simultaneous tracks on the U.S. singles chart with 17. He also set the record for most simultaneous new entries in the Billboard Hot 100 by a solo artist with 13, and became the first act to occupy all top 3 positions on the UK singles chart simultaneously with Love Yourself, Sorry, and What Do You Mean. Purpose was the most streamed album on Spotify in 1 week, while What Do You Mean was the most streamed track on Spotify in 1 week. As for The Weeknd, he scored the record for the most consecutive weeks in the top 10 of Billboard's Hot 100 by a solo male artist. His singles earned it. As for The Weeknd, he scored the record for the most consecutive weeks in the top 10 of Billboard's Hot 100 by a solo male artist. His singles earned it. As for The Weeknd, he scored the record for the most consecutive weeks in the top 10 of Billboard's Hot 100 by a solo male artist. His singles earned it. Can't Feel My Face and The Hills spent 45 consecutive weeks inside the top 10. As for The Weeknd, he scored the record for the most consecutive weeks in the top 10 of Billboard. As for The Weeknd, he scored the record for the most consecutive weeks in the top 10 of Billboard's Hot 100 by a solo male artist. His singles earned it. Can't Feel My Face and The Hills spent 45 consecutive weeks inside the top 10 between March 7th, 2015 and January 9th, 2016. Also, The Weeknd's Beauty Behind the Madness was the most streamed album on Spotify in 1 year. The Guinness World Records 2017 edition arrives on September 8th. Bieber's collaboration with Major Lazer and Moo is up 2 this week, moving him back into the top 5 with Cold Water. Number 5, Major Lazer, Justin Bieber, and Moo, Cold Water. And guess who's coming to dinner? Not Adele, apparently. According to the UK's The Mirror, the Kardashians are desperate to have Adele over for dinner, but she's not exactly jumping at the offer. Kendall Jenner has been pushing for her to come to dinner as she is smitten by her, a source claims. She loves her talent and thinks she is a really funny woman. And now the family are on board. Chris feels it would be amazing for Kim and Kanye to give Adele an LA And now the family are on board. Chris feels it would be amazing for Kim and Kanye to give Adele And now the family are on board. Chris feels it would be amazing for Kim and Kanye to give Adele an LA welcome and insider's knowledge after she bought a place here. They apparently want the whole dinner film for Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but that's the part Adele isn't on board for. At this stage, Adele is not sold on that idea, the source says. She hasn't ruled out a dinner another time. It's just a reality show isn't for her. Adele's currently on a short break from her world tour. She picks up again in Auburn Hills, Michigan on September 6th. And she is steady on our countdown this week at number 4 with Send My Love to Your New Lover. Steady at number 3, Calvin Harris and Rihanna, This Is What You Came For. And if you want to email me just to get in touch, or if you're a legal internet radio station or commercial station that wants to air the show, you can do so at top20show@gmail.com. It is down 1 this week after becoming the longest number 1 of 2016 so far, and our song of the summer been in the top 40 for 20. It is down 1 this week after becoming the longest number 1 of 2016 so far, and our song of the summer been in the top 40 for 22 weeks, tied with Flume for the second longest running song on our countdown. Sia and Sean Paul, Cheap Thrills. At number 2, Sia and Sean Paul, Cheap. At number 2, Sia and Sean Paul, Cheap Thrills. And if they aren't number 1, then who is? We'll find out before the end of the hour. However, now it is time for flashback track number 3 from 2006. It comes from Hinder and was released as the second single from their album Extreme Behavior. It was their breakthrough hit, charting in the top 10 on several Billboard charts in the United States and reaching number 1 in several countries. It sold 3.6 million copies in the U.S. as of January 2015, making it one of the most It sold 3.6 million copies in the U.S. as of January 2015, making it one of the most downloaded rock songs. This is Lips of an Angel. Flashback track number 3 from 2006, Hinder, Lips of an Angel. When we come back, it is flashback track number 4 from 2001, and number 1. Who knocked Sia and Sean Paul down to number 2 after 5 weeks? The answer is coming. All right, that is segment 4. Next video, the final segment, segment 5.